Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to episode 2 of Beautiful Bones, Sakuraku's investigation. Um, last, I mean, last time we started the series, what's to say? They introduced our two main leads, Sakuraku and Shotaro, I believe his name was. An unlikely duo. One is, I don't remember her name. She's not an anthropologist, is she? Ophthalmologist, I think, something like that. A bone reconstructor, who's very, and I say very with in all capitals, very into the act of bone reconstructing, with an emphasis on enjoying human bone reconstructing, which I don't even know if is like legal without like actual like permission from stuff. So, but yeah, she's a bone freak. And then you have Shotaro, who's just kind of like level-headed and just kind of the adult in this situation, even though he's a high school student and she's some some years old. We don't know. I'm guessing like late 20s, maybe, or mid 20s, maybe. Um, and basically, we just saw like they just went on a random adventure, just digging for bones. Ended up finding a skull, couldn't keep it. That led them to another active crime instead of the skull, which was 100 years old. And she basically put out the theory that this was not a double suicide, this was a double homicide, or a lover. Well, I was gonna say a lover's suicide and a double homicide, because I'm guessing those people definitely didn't kill each other like a homicide, because she basically proved it was a third party. And she basically said, "Yeah, I gave you my theories, and I'm just gonna go, and it's up to the police." So I do think it's kind of cool. It's not like your traditional like, okay, she's a bone expert, and with this expertise, she's gonna solve crimes. She solved like the method. She opened the door to like the idea of it being a homicide, but she didn't actually like find the culprit or whatever, because that's not her expertise, man. She's not a detective. She's just a bone enjoyer. Also, sorry, let me, there we go, round the edges up a little bit. Yeah, also, side note, I did watch the post-credit scenes because they weren't translated in my version. I actually went to Prime first, but to my surprise, I guess I couldn't watch the Prime version even if I wanted to, because my original plan was to just use the Prime version for these reactions. Apparently, they only have licensed the French version, so only the French version's available on Prime, and sadly, my French lessons from high school has failed me because I could not translate that. So I just found it on some random site, and yeah, it's actually pretty important that I did watch that, because my whole um just my guessing from watching that scene without subs was that, okay, so maybe Shotaro and Sakurako had like a relationship when they were younger. But it turns out it's literally the opposite if you go by the subs, um that was probably not Shotaro, and that was someone else she used to know when she was younger, who maybe died. It kind of seemed like he might died because of the reaction Sakuraku gave the housemaid after she mentioned it. But it definitely seemed like that they were not the same person, so that was my misunderstanding. But yeah, I'm excited to head into episode 2. I mean, people always say you gotta give a series 3 episodes before, you know, really judging it. I mean, I already like it, but I I want to see how they play this out, because I do I'd be happy if they just did the same format of, oh, they're they kind of well, maybe stumbling into a crime scene every time is kind of a little much, but like, okay, they help with a crime scene, they don't solve it, but they just explain the methodology, using her bone knowledge and forensic tech to help the push the detectives into the right way. But also, last episode was very artistic in their design style. They made a lot of artsy choices, so I want to see if they keep up this stylish approach. But yeah, enough of yapping. Let's get right into episode 2. Also, let's see if they have an opening. That'd be cool. I am an opening enjoyer. Ooh, that did not work. Here we go. They love starting with a POV shot. It's not a POV shot. It was just a foot shot. Uh, ha. Bloody footprints. The mother seemed evil, but she was bleeding, so maybe she was trying to save the kid. So this guy's... He is in high school. I was trying to say maybe he's in university with all the beer, but he doesn't live alone. Does that say Sayamart? Soft catchy then. Oh, so he's gonna stumble onto the kid. Okay. Just stumbling across crimes. We'll take it. The satin bone. Where do you live? Opening. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute it, but I mean, it's already muted. I'm happy they have an opening. I know some anime make the choice of just having a title card because they're mature, but come on, an opening I feel like sets the tone and gets you hyped for this episode. Oh, the sub's fucked up, bro. The top. Oh wait, maybe not. Maybe they're just photonic subs, so you can sing along if you want to. I will not. Remember, I locked my bet. I said this time might be evil. I'm a little doubtful, but we'll see. Fate Shotaro by True? I don't think I know this group. I actually quite like it. Just sound wise, I think I probably enjoy this more than the Shaman King Flowers opening. It's more my style. I don't really know what style you would call this in like J-pop sense. I'm not good at music genres, but it's kind of like feels kind of like Supercell E. Oh, is that cop gonna be a reoccurring character? Look how shiny the dog was. That was the cop we met at the first episode. Save her. It is. I just made sense. It's mysteries in the town, right? The no shoes is makes it kind of sus. Acha. I mean, she's 3, so it's hard. I don't blame her. I cannot translate that either. I don't talk little kid. Check her backpack contents? That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's some student ID or something else. Damn. I... She's sussed out. That's the keys to a kid's stomach. Keys to a kid's heart, their stomach. I fucked up the quote. mm, not much. Ooh, blood. Bruh. Come on, dude. Why would you say that? Isn't that sussy? Can't just write that shit off. Call the bot. What would she be able to do, though? I mean, she's really good at forensic stuff, but there's no body yet. What does that even mean? That's her fault, man. But that's like me. 4 a.m. Degen time. I'm actually interested too. She's usually good at like forensic stuff, but maybe the blood print, but I don't know. That's what we'll see. Maybe she is more of a detective than they've shown us. That's what I'm talking about. The blood stain. That's probably her specialty. What's she cooking up? Oh, if she's being abused, maybe. See if there's bruises and stuff. Look at the dress. New pageantry just dropped. She would wear like a. It's kind of weird for a like a little girl to wear like a black dress, but it would go well with her, I'd imagine. Oh, does her hand not work? What was that? She's not very good with kids. A little too aggressive. Oh, did she notice that it's broken? Or it has been broken? Bone. Calm her down with bone science. What does a kid know about this? Bone pillar. I can't tell. Avulsion fracture. Ah, that's not good. Hmm. Cubit. Okay. I'm learning stuff, honestly. Can they readjust it? Or is it fucked forever? Get her to a hospital? Uh, so the parents are not good people. Or at least negligent. Maybe they're not abusive, but they could be like negligent. Or that. I'm dumb. I thought he was just judging the parents, but yeah, do some reverse image searching basically. Good thinking. Yes. Well, good call, Shotaro. Honestly, just call Sakurako if anything like really weird, possibly a crime happened. It's a good bet. So this time it's definitely different than the first episode. They're actively involved in the investigation right now. But she does have the detective chops, so they can do that? Don't you have to give identification? Hmm. Yeah, definitely sussy parent. But why was there blood? It's the his school friend. Kodami. They know. There's the lead we needed. What? We take the luck. Oh, yeah. Kind of assume that if he knows her nickname. Tomi Nadla. It's gonna be a corpse in there. Because there was blood, right? But that's her forte. Oh, Uh-oh. Don't shoot. Smell of a corpse. Of course Sakurako would get excited. Of death. Yep. Good one. Man, that is a rough looking house. How hard is it to just put your garbage in the bin outside? That's what I never get. Here we go. The meat and potatoes. Forensic time. Oh, gloves on. Here we go. Going to the bone zone. I love how they give her like a magical girl transformation for forensic time. It's so nice. Send me to the bone zone. It's cringy, but it's also kind of cool. Like, come on, come on. Cut on arm, hand. I see like a bloodstain in the back, maybe stabbed in the back. Don't bring the child, bro. Poor kid, though. It's gonna suck either way. I don't even know how she would. Oop. Okay, yeah. So does it go into Ritter and then they leave Ritter after a time so you can kind of determine that? Like the time frame through that. Oof. Cut the hand. Hmm. Boyfriend or landlord? Okay, so she wasn't. I don't think she's abusive. Maybe that's the abuser. Maybe. Or she was abusive, but this was her, like, adrenaline going. Pushing her to be a good parent for once. Saved. Hmm. Right. Damn. And the red roof thing? Maybe she's also an abuse person. Oh, baby milk? There was another girl? Oh no. Little Acha. Someone kill her and steal the baby? Oh, she hid the baby so the killer wouldn't. What if the killer just yoinked it? Side dish cans. The cupboard, maybe. Oh, hidden door. Okay. I mean, please. That looks pretty alive. We'll take it. Mom came in clutch. Well, think we found the culprit. Oof. Stabbed? Oh my god. No, cop. Yeah, he is zooted. Man down, man down. Call that shit in. Or shoot him. I don't know what we can do. Can she fight also? Oh no, man. One ice cube. Give him the singular ice cube. Where'd the kid go, though? The other kid. Oh, the girl had him, right? Not the police officer. Damn, child CPR must be crazy. Because you can't break the ribs on a child, I think. They'll just die. Oh no. Shh. Careful. At least, like, there's backup coming. He already called for backup. They just don't know this guy's coming for the kill. Uh, hello. I don't know what to do about this. Anyone have martial arts self-defense training? What? Ah, shit. She doesn't have a choice. But what can we do? Shotaro needs to clutch up somehow. Throw the fraud chair. He's alive. He's actually doing something useful. But he's like, oh god. Ouch. Mother saving her after death. That's what you call revenge. Karmaic revenge. Hey, there's the kid. That's not him. If you wanted any more confirmation. Ooh, Sotaro. They even have the same name. Wow, that was clean as fuck. He has to have some training for the wrist grab and then sweeping the ankle. Black belt. Nice. What do you mean 18 in clutch? Officer would have died, man. You don't care about that guy? No, obviously it was dangerous though, but at least he performed. Ah, Chan is saved. But the mother's dead still, so it's pretty fucked up. They did have a lot of butterfly imagery in the opening. Maybe that actually has to do with something. Alright, chill, bro. Yeah, I mean, he looked fine, so. Aw. But where do they go now? Okay. The Rio story. He's drugged up, obviously. uh, they did a great bait though, because it really felt like it was gonna be like an abuse story. So, good on the bait and switch. Because it sounded like she was like angry in the opening, but it's just her holding out from the pain. Just go. There. Oh, and that's why the blood was on the thing from the feet, right? Okay. Yeah, sure. For sure. But I feel like that kind of redeems her in death at least. Real name. You've earned her respect. That is uncanny that this guy looks like that younger kid with almost the same name. That's pretty eerie. Uh-oh. Spidey senses are tingling? Is this the ED? Look at that. Should that be the same sound? I don't remember what the song was. I don't think it is. There's no lyrics. There is. I think it is. Probably. You know what? I kind of like the subs they did on the top now. I get it. It's fully for phonetically, so you can sing along. It's actually an interesting way to do it. That's why it's super squished, just so it's easier to sing along, even if you don't know what you're saying, really. This was a good episode, man. I mean, we'll talk about it in our post-episode discussion. This sounds good, too. I might kind of like it a bit better than, the opening. Just a bit more my style. That being said, I was praising the top subs. I will say the bottom subs in this ending. Some of the words are cut. I am in full screen. It should not be cut. I know it's blocked by my thing, but yeah. Actually, it's not blocked. It's just cut. Oh, and it's replaying. Don't let it replay. Okay. Let me switch to full screen there. So yeah, there's my opening and ending reaction. We'll probably just cut it from the episode reactions going forward now, just because oh, I didn't adjust my camera. I guess it's not like that noticeable when it's not in full screen, but let me just, sorry, live technical support. I think it looked fine when it was small, but let me go. Ah, there we go. This would keep it bright in here. Yeah, so that was episode 2 of Sakuraku, or Beautiful Bones. Interesting. So it did, my prediction was kind of wrong. So it is going to be like, obviously we knew it's going to be like an end, a different mystery free episode with maybe like little parts of a final mystery, and they kind of connected at the end. But but I guess I should have thought of that maybe in some cases they would take a direct role, just as there would be like, because this is 12 episodes long, right? There would be like a lot of episodes for them to take like a side role. Like, how much could they really do? Because this mystery was like, or this case was like fully fledged, while the other one, in last episode, they kind of bumped into it like midway through the episode, right? So I guess like it'll probably be a mix of them actually actively participating in the mystery, um, and probably not taking such an active role in some cases. But yeah, very very tense, very because it's like such a fuller mystery. There wasn't like that much room to speculate, which I think is fine, but it was a very tense story. Obviously, anything involving a child is is pretty tense. What's her name? Ichan or Lee-chan? Very adorable, very adorbs. Um, feel bad for them, but like maybe in the long run it would be better. They would be better with a foster family since they were obviously living in a real rough situation. One of the really cool things I liked about this episode was how well they executed the bait and switch, because like in the first like 10 seconds, the way they executed it really made the mother seem like aggressive and almost scary, like, and it really painted the picture just going into the episode, like, okay, this is gonna be like a mother, like the mother's an abuser or something. Like it really painted that picture, and I really thought it would go through with that, as I thought maybe the mother would die or was gonna be dead when they reached the home, but I didn't think she would be good. but I guess it's like I thought this, even though there would be a mystery about her death, I thought she would still be like bad. And I guess you could probably argue like, okay, she's probably still is bad for not taking action and, you know, uh fixing up her life because their house was a literal trash heap. Um, but no, I mean, at least at the end of her life, and then maybe it's maternal instincts flaring up at the verge of death, or maybe she really was a good person, and then at the side of death, she finally got the courage to escape from her druggy boyfriend, and she came in clutch. Very smart thinking. And the way they revealed like, okay, what actually happened, it actually kind of made sense why it seems so scary, like so like foreboding in the first 10 seconds, because she was already stabbed and she's scared for her life, and she's trying to keep like this calm demeanor to not scare the child. um and that's why she seemed like, and went, and the final push, which seemed like her screaming in the first part, was her hearing the boyfriend breaking down the door and being like, okay, you gotta leave now, like in a panic. So I thought that was very well done, very well done, like execution. In terms of style, I think that they played it pretty much the same, probably not as wacky as the first episode, but that was fine. Obviously, I'm just trying to call it the bone zone when she puts on her gloves and it's like, oh, let's solve this mystery or whatever. It's goofy. I love it. It's really funny. Um, and of course we got like two like I guess we can talk about like the side characters that are probably going to be pretty consistent through the series. Of course, we have the maid who um knows, obviously, or it seems like it's pretty implied that she's been working for Sakuraku's family for a long time. Um, I mean, she just seems like a good person, very thoughtful. Um, then we have the police, the police officer who I believe, it's kind of hard to tell, but I do believe it is the police officer that they bumped into episode one. And I think they showed him in the opening too. I'm not gonna like overly analyze the opening just to not like spoil myself per se. So, I'll analyze it when I watch it myself for the reaction, but I'm trying to keep that to a minimum. I don't want to do some too many meta analysis. But I'm guessing he's going to be a constant. He's definitely kind of the goofy cop, sort of like they love doing it in police stories where it's like you have like the smart detective and then you have the cop who, he's not a pushover, and when push came to shove, he did, like, even though he was stabbed, he put his life on the line to protect them from the assailant. So yeah, I mean, he did his duty, but at the same time, he's not like the brightest mind in the vicinity. When they had the red handprint on the bed, he was like, oh, it's probably just red paint. Like, it's kind of a crazy thing to say in like this odd situation. Um, but he comes in clutch. He has a good heart. I'm sure I will like him as we continue on. And of course, we have. I do not know her name. The school friend. She was also in the opening. I mean, I said I wouldn't meta analysis, but I do remember a scene of her in a cafe talking to someone and that disappeared. So maybe it's implying that maybe um, down down along the series they will investigate a case involving her. I just want her name. Here we go. So I'm just watching her introduction scene. Dun, dun, dun. Kodami. Okay, that's easy enough. Kodami. I mean, she seems nice. I thought like romantic interest. Sorry, my mind just popped up to that, but there hasn't really been any introduction to it. It doesn't seem like they're overly good friends, Shotaro and Kogami. They're friendly for sure, but like the fact that she was like, "Oh, you live around here," means that she doesn't know where he lives, which means that they're probably not like super super friends or whatever. Um, which is fine, but it's interesting, you know. And that's the big thing, you know, if we're looking for some overall story, even though there hasn't really been anything revealed about Shotaro besides him living with his sister, I think. Um, that little kid who was not Shotaro, definitely confirmed now, is named Sotaro and is probably dead from the way they showed it. Probably an accident. Like the fact that he's running away makes it seem like he got hit. I was waiting for the car to hit him. But also, I think they teased like a really sus looking guy in the opening. So maybe there's like this grand villain uh, who maybe has killed lots of people and killed the Sotaro kid in his day. That's what I'm locking, and it's possibly the teacher from the school. Just as I still have my money on him being evil. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's not. But just in case, the bet is still in there. Um, but yeah, I mean, you know, standalone episode, like just the plot of the mystery, quote unquote mystery, was pretty fun with the twist, and it was intense the whole way through. When the drug guy like actually stabbed the officer, I was not expecting that to happen. Um, and the whole home invasion, I'm like, oh please, please have some sort of self defense training. Like I was waiting for the girl to also like run up and like hit him on the head or something. I was praying for some backup. They really like tensed up the situation. And it's not like Sakurako could leave at all. She was giving CPR. She couldn't let go of the baby, so they were really in a tough spot. I'm glad that Shotaro's a black belt in something. I couldn't really tell what it was. Um, I don't think it's karate because I took karate and it's not exactly a move you do. I think it looks more like jujitsu or something. But anyways, pretty fun episode. Again, it's they're kind of expanding their format. So far we got like they're involved but not like fully involved, and they just help with the analysis. I feel like we'll see more of that. But if I had to guess, now that they've entered this territory, probably the bulk of the series would be like something like this episode where they're involved in the whole mystery. Obviously, this whole thing was a coincidence, but it's I think they live in like a relatively small city, as they described in episode one. So it kind of made sense they can bump into things like that. You know, it's a classic mystery thing where they said like, oh, all this weird stuff happening in this small town. So there, it's kind of classical in a way for sure. Um, but yeah, good episode. Or as they say, good bone, good bone. This was the second bone. I'm very excited for the third bone. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the sub button for notifications when the episodes drop. And you know, like, comment, etc., etc. Common YouTube talk. Gotta say that every video, sadly. But yeah, very happy that I've chosen this series out of nowhere. It's definitely up my alley. I love the mystery aspect, and I think I'm gonna be in a fun, wild, spooky ride. But yeah, then until next time, later.